So what is the right kind of education, and how are we to bring it about? It obviously cannot be brought about through somebody saying, "This is right education," and all of us merely agreeing and following the pattern. But rather, the teacher and the parent, the whole lot of us, must sit down together and find out what right education is. Which means that the parent and the teacher have to be educated as well as the student.
My interest in going to the program was less from the standpoint of the more practical application of teaching and learning, but really just the sort of open question of what is learning and what is education, because I really don't know. And I think that those are things that we take for granted. We take our understanding of those things for granted.
So the intent of the program is really for us to start with the kinds of questions, concrete questions and issues that we are grappling with in our daily lives. And in looking at that, not merely seeking answers or following certain practices or finding certain systems of action, but in looking closely at what it is that is actually happening in our daily lives, perhaps to transform the very questions we're asking. So in some sense, you could say that participants might come with questions and they might come with strong beliefs and even success stories, but by the time they leave, it's very likely, as we've seen time and again, that in some sense at least those basic beliefs and assumptions have been loosened.
One thing that we often start with is some type of activity that grounds us in learning, in our own kind of learning. So we do an activity where a group of people are actually doing something together and observing each other in a learning situation and observing your own learning, so that thinking about teaching isn't just starting from up here, some ideas of what teaching is, but getting grounded in learning.
Being here really has shown me where I need to work, and so it's been interesting because as we've gone through the week, my intention has been redirected back towards myself, and kind of understanding my own process and understanding my bias and my conditioning, because for me, if you don't have your own kind of internal landscape functioning in a healthy way, then there's no way that you can be healthy for other people.
I think that it can be easy to think that you're very open-minded. I think that most of us probably do think that we're very open-minded, including myself. And one of the really cool things about the program was Gopal kind of pushing you, and in that pushing, bringing to surface, like you were just mentioning, like certain assumptions and beliefs that I didn't really know were there.
Because in some sense the program isn't just for the participants, it's also really for the facilitators too. So it's to really go at looking closely, paying close attention to our assumptions, deep-seated assumptions, beliefs and conditioning, with the possibility that loosening it opens up the possibility of some freedom.